A lot of people struggle with visualization. As soon as they close their eyes, they just see black, or the images that are trying to visualize are unclear. This is a huge problem because your ability to visualize determines your success with manifestation. So, the worse your capacity to visualize, the less you manifest. On the other hand, people who have a good capacity to visualize, who see images clearly, who are able to visualize in first person perspective, have easier manifestations and they seem to get exactly what it is that they want. I'm Lorelle, and in this video we're going to cover 5 reasons why you can visualize images in your mind and also the according solutions to that. Visualization is the formation of a mental picture. The practice of visualizing has been practiced and taught in a lot of manifestation circles, as well as in business, psychotherapy, and also among athletes who are competing at a very, very high level. To communicate with the mind and the universe what it is exactly that you want through forming a mental picture and then staying in that mental picture is exactly what visualization does. It not only communicates with the universe and with yourself what it is that you want, it also helps you to align your actions with your desires. The problem is that for some people, the process of visualizing is very problematic. Here are the 5 reasons why you can't visualize images in your mind. Number 1 is no relaxation. Sometimes you want to rush the process of visualizing. You pressure yourself through having so many expectations, and you also stress about it. You're like, okay, I have exactly 5 minutes to visualize now. This puts a lot of pressure not only on yourself, but also on your mind. And you have anything else than a relaxation. The problem is that the mind is not very receptive when in a state of pressure and stress. It is best receptive when relaxed because the conscious thinking is suspended. So what you need to do is you need to focus on relaxation before you do any kind of visualization work. To best do that, it is helpful to practice meditation on a regular basis. Doing a simple body scan meditation where you can bring all of your attention into your body, relaxing all of the muscles and letting go of any thoughts that are bothering you will help you immensely in your visualization practice. The goal really before you visualize is to suspend rational thinking. Because when you visualize and you have rational conceptual thinking contradicting the visualization and it's constantly about not being able to get it, you can't have it, then your visualization won't be successful. So even if you would be able to relax in a state of pressure, in a state of mind chatter, your visualization will be less successful. The second mistake people make is rushing their visualization practice. This goes hand in hand with the problem of not being relaxed enough. Again, when the mind is under pressure, under stress, it is less receptive. And also, if you're a person who's struggling with visualization, you need a lot of time to practice. So it is not beneficial for you to sit in the train while commuting and trying to visualize. It is more beneficial for you to go inside of yourself when you have a lot of time. So I would personally recommend that you practice visualization early in the morning or at night, because that's a time when you have less interference with your day-to-day things and to-dos. Really choose a time frame for your visualization practice. That can be 10 to 20 minutes where you focus on practicing. And that's where we already get to the third mistake people make, is that they lack practice. People who really want to manifest something and who want to become good at visualization, they put so much pressure on them without having ever practiced visualization properly. They expect themselves to immediately get it, and they forget that the manifestation is like a muscle and the visualization is like a muscle that you train. So if you first go to the gym, you don't expect to lift 100 kilos. You work yourself slowly up to that. And that's why you have to relax, take time, and practice visualization. Set your expectations low. Don't focus on getting it right. Focus on becoming better every day. And really focus on improving the skill of visualization and not so much on the end results. This also enables you to not be so attached to your manifestation and to be willing to let it go. The fourth mistake people make is starting wrong. Hopefully, when you want to visualize, you have exactly an image of what it is that you want to visualize. The problem is that it's sometimes so far in the future and so much of what we don't have that we have trouble making the mind believe that it's actually possible. So starting with exactly what it is that you want will be not very beneficial if you struggle with visualizing. My recommendation is to start with visualizing familiar things. When you construct the scene of what it is that you want to put in things that you already know and that are familiar to you. For example, what it is that you want to manifest is a relationship, then you visualize being in that relationship, maybe in a familiar surrounding, like a restaurant that you know, your house, and then you start by visualizing the things that you already know. Decoration, people that you know, you can bring people in that you know, maybe a waiter that you know. Or when you want to manifest money and you want to visualize getting the money in the bank, then it is good to visualize a familiar bank, try to put the people in, maybe add the weather and start with that, and then go to the actual core of the manifestation. And you can slowly work your way up by adding sounds, smells, colors. So start by approaching the core of your manifestation with these things. What color would it be? What sound is there? What noises do people make when I get it? What things do I feel when I get it? And what thoughts come up when I'm in that situation? And then you can focus on the actual visual because you slowly worked your way up there. And the fifth and last reason why you can't visualize images in your mind is probably the most important one, is because of past trauma. As children, we naturally daydream and fantasize all the time, so the ability to visualize is inherent in us. The problem is when we experience punishment or negative consequences from this activity of daydreaming and fantasizing. For example, if you're in school and you constantly look outside the window and think about a nice place to be now, where you want to go, who you want to play with, and then you get punished by the teacher. You maybe get isolated in the last corner of the room because you were misbehaving. Then, as a child, you associate daydreaming and fantasizing with being isolated in the room. So the whole thing of daydreaming and fantasizing has a negative conjugation to it. Also, a lot of the time, parents tell their kids to not daydream so much, to be in reality, to be here now. And this is all counterproductive for your ability to visualize when you've experienced these things in your past. All these experiences can cause a child to suppress the ability to visualize because it suffered from negative consequences. Thus, it can result in you not being able to visualize now. So there are a couple of questions you can ask yourself and you can investigate in your past to see where you experience maybe some negative consequences regarding visualization. And then you can go and investigate these and maybe even heal these aspects of you that are suppressing the ability to visualize. I have 3 questions for you that you can ask yourself. The first one is, did my surroundings encourage daydreaming and having fantasies or in big dreams? The second one is, what happened when I was totally lost in daydreaming and someone noticed that? And the last question is, was I surrounded by creative people or more rational, scientific-minded people? Answering these 3 questions already gives you a lot of insights of what your environment encouraged when you were very young, and this is how you have been trained and programmed, and now you get the check for that. These are the 5 reasons why you can't visualize images in your mind. If you're interested in manifestation coaching, please go into the link in the description box below, schedule your free consultation, and we'll talk about an exact plan of how you can go about your manifestation. Otherwise, like this video, share it, subscribe to this channel, and I see you in the next video.